A simple way to create brushes using brush modifiers using TwistedBrush Pro Studio. We have our standard brushes here in the shortcut panel. I'm going to right click here and select clear shortcuts. So I'm just starting with a blank set of shortcuts, as you can see. Clicking on the brush modifier for effects, there are a couple of very basic brushes stored here. These first three, if you're using TwistedBrush version 15.70 or later. I'm going to select New Basic Brush. That is really just a very simple brush with nothing, no special effects added to it. That can be the basis for doing other things. So again, clicking on the brush modifier for effects here, it pulls up the possible effects that we can use using the simplified method. I'm going to select color and color gradient 1. Now we can see, using some of these default effects, that we're applying a color through our four standard colors here, gradually changing. We can apply yet more effects to this if we like. Going to select Effects, Symmetry, and let's pick Symmetry page 12. So now we've added yet more effects to this brush. With a few clicks, we've created a new brush, which is, somewhat unique. Clicking again, we can continue to do this. I'm going to hit Jitter Heavy, and now we have even more. So let's start yet another one. Go into another shortcut. By moving to another shortcut slot, we still have our brush here, but we're going to start a new one. Go back to Effects, Basic, New Bristle Brush. So now we have a simple brush with some bristles. Selecting the brush modifier for effects again. Let's change the length of the texture, which in this case are the bristles, and we see we've now changed that. Again, clicking, go to color, and let's pick pixel color variance medium. Now it's a little hard to see in the video, but the color is now variable at the pixel level. We can add a couple more effects here. I'm selecting full opacity range, so now we can see a little better the effects of the pixel variance. And going a little further, we could add, say, a little bit of 3D type effect to this, and now we've created another brush. We could still go back to our first brush if we like. The brush size is bigger there, but of course we could change that or change the opacity. Go back to the other brush we've created. So those are a couple of ways to change or create new brushes. You can also use the same method to modify existing brushes. You could save these brushes if you want from your shortcuts, but I'm going to reload the default brushes, clear the page, select Soft Pastel 2. It's a basic, one of our standard brushes. Now hitting the brush modifiers for effects again. Let's go to Layer and select Wash 80%. So we can see it's still the same soft pastel brush, but now it's being applied as a wash rather than in its full strength. So those are a couple ways to use the brush modifier for effects.